Hello everyone, I'm David with Softron, and today I want to talk about AMP Server's 1.2 update. Advanced Media Protocol, or AMP, enables production switchers by Sony, Ross, and Grass Valley to control video servers directly from their control surface or the respective automation system. AMP Server combines the control you want from your switcher to on-the-air video. It brings all the amazing features like non-destructive editing, folder-based playlists, and much more right to your switcher, which is why I'm excited to show the new 1.2 update. This has a lot of new features that I think are going to be really great for a lot of customers. So let's dive right into it. In the new user interface, you can see right away a new button at the top. This button will allow you to choose how many controllers you have actively visible on the screen. So now you can choose if you want 1, 2, 4, 6, or 8 channels. So I'm going to choose 8. And so we have the 4 channels I already have. Now, another new feature right away with this is I don't have to run all the on-the-air video instances on the same machine. So I can choose another machine. So I have a Mac Mini setup and I'm already pulling it over Bonjour. So I'm going to go to all my channels and apply that. Here on my desktop are my first 4 local channels, and using remote desktop, I'm going to show you on my Mac Mini, I have the other 4 remote channels. So now that I have those channels assigned in AMP Server, I can just click the play button in here to show you that it's working. So we'll just click here and hit play, 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 and play. So you can see the other 4 instances of on-the-air video on the Mac Mini are playing, and then I can of course control my machine locally with AMP Server. So now I can control on-the-air videos that are remote. So if you already have on-the-air video, you don't need to buy the bundle anymore. The bundle will still be offered with 4 channels of on-the-air video and AMP Server included, but now you can purchase AMP Server by itself and use the channels you already have that are on their own machines. It's good to remember that on-the-air video can of course play mix and match frame rate, resolution, and codec. We can play music files, and we can also play images inside of the playlist. And all that functionality still works with AMP Server, because the only thing AMP Server will say is what file should play. So as long as the name is there, it will play fine. Another new feature in AMP Server 1.2 is a new option at the bottom of the window. That is using the transport controls from the switcher to either skip forward or skip previous in the on-the-air video playlist. So if you just need to say move forward 1, it's very easy to do. So first we're going to turn on that option, and then we're going to go over to our switcher. Now to show you how AMP Server works, I'm going to use the Ross dashboard and the Carbonite simulated. Now, it's good to know, of course, we don't sell Ross products. We're not the Ross company. So if you have questions about Ross, you should of course go to them. But I want to show you how to use it with our solution, AMP Server. So let's take a look. So in the configuration and devices, I've assigned a slot. It is a server type. The driver is AMP. The port's always going to be 3811 for the AMP protocol, and the IP address, of course. And what am I going to call it? I've turned eject clip off because it's on the air video. We don't need to eject. And I've chosen all 8 active channels. So once we have the device, we can go into the custom controls. And I've already made a number of buttons, but I think it'd be best to show you how to make the buttons on your system. So let's see how that's done. So with CC Bank 4, custom control 1, I'm going to modify. First, we're going to go to devices, and then it's going to be video server. And remember, that's exactly what we did in the configuration page. Now here are all the commands available to us. Now the AMP implementation does differ between each manufacturer, but mostly they are consistent. So we have the play option. Play will obviously tell the channel to play. Loop on and loop off will tell the playlist to loop the item. Loop is really great if you want to do a background element or maybe some B-roll during an interview. You can just click the loop and then let it run. The stop command will actually pause the playlist the first time. The second time you click it, it will actually stop the video and go to black. The Get Clips button will take all the media available in the playlist for that channel, and then it will show it on your switcher surface display. Let's jump forward a moment to Cue, which is how we can recall a specific clip. Record is not currently supported at this time, but let's talk about Jog and Shuttle. So they're not supported as they are, but we are using the shuttle command to skip forward or back. So I'm going to take the basic, which is play, AMP Server 0, and channel 1 and insert. So when you make these controls, so you see I've clicked insert, I've put that in there. Just really make sure that it's actually in there, and you do hit replace if you make a change. Otherwise, you're going to lose that change. So with that, now when I hit run, it's going to play my playlist as you see here. The only thing that's different between a play on channel 1 and channel 2 is the assignment you have to make here. Now I can go forward and just make a play for all of these channels. In the interest of time, let's skip through that, and we're going to make a stop. So now I can go to modify event list, devices, video server. I'm going to choose stop, amp server 0, channel 1, replace, done, run event. Oh, gotta be playing first. Playing, and now run, and I'll stop. And of course, remember that first stop will pause it. A second one will actually take you to black. Now let's make that skip button I was telling you about. So devices, I'm going to choose video server, shuttle. And what we're using is the shuttle absolute, and 1 will be skip next. -1 is skip previous. So that is pretty easy. Put that in there, done. And so when I send this command, you're going to see this advance to the next one. So we're going to copy this, and we're just going to copy it right to 18. And on this one, we're just going to change it to -1, enter, and hit replace. You can see it change right there. Done. And run event, and now you see it's going backwards. And of course you can put custom names here. So let's call this skip previous. And here, let's call this skip next. I should have done these ones. Play 1, stop 1. Let's make another one. How about, you know what we didn't do? How about Q? Let's make a Q. Now the get clips option is going to show all the available media on the switcher surface display. Now the Q clip is helpful because it's going to tell a specific clip to be ready. And you can use this if you want to run a transition element from on-the-air video, because we can run a video with alpha, so fill and key. And so you can use this to do a custom control to run a transition. It'll turn on your keyer, it'll cue the clip, it'll play it, and cut underneath. That's really easy to do with custom controls. So modify, devices, video server, cue, and now we can choose a clip we find in here. So let's say amp commercial. And so now when I run this command, we're going to see this clip become highlighted. And there it is. Pretty simple. Let's give this a name as well. So now to my shot box, I can now click play 1, stop, skip next, skip previous. Let's go back, play, and cue clip again. So it's very easy. So I think these new features in AMP Server 1.2 are really great, because now you have the ability to control multiple instances of on-the-air video, up to 8, and you can then get the AMP Server by itself as an application, and you also have all the remote instances you can control. So if you already have on-the-air videos, you can add those. And with the new transport controls allowing you to skip forward or skip previous, you have a lot more options, especially if you're just running a playlist that's already built out. You can just hit skip from your switcher. So if you have questions about AMP Server, or if you want to try it out, you can always go to softron.tv. If you'd like to learn more, we have a knowledge base there, and you can always subscribe to this YouTube channel because we're always posting videos for you to learn more about our products. Thanks for watching.